The annals of human history are filled with individuals who have displayed extraordinary cruelty and committed unthinkable atrocities. These actions have left an indelible mark on the world, sparking debates, creating lessons for future generations, and establishing a somber testament to the dark aspects of human nature. This article examines the lives, actions, motivations, and legacy of 5 such individuals, delving into their psyche and exploring the context that fostered their inhumane actions. 1. Adolf Hitler, 1889 to 1945. Adolf Hitler, born in Braunau am Inn, Austria, rose to power in the German Workers' Party before becoming the leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Party, Nazi Party. His charismatic oratory and masterful propaganda facilitated his rise to chancellor in 1933 and later Führer in 1934. Hitler's regime oversaw the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews during the Holocaust, along with millions of others, including Romani people, communists, disabled individuals, and political dissidents. Hitler's ideology led to the invasion of Poland in 1939, triggering World War II, resulting in over 70 million deaths. Hitler's impact extends beyond the horrific crimes committed under his rule. His actions reshaped international relations and set precedents for international laws regarding war crimes and genocide. He left a lasting stain on human history that continues to be studied and remembered. Hitler's actions were driven by a toxic blend of nationalism, anti-Semitism, and a desire for territorial expansion. His belief in racial purity and superiority laid the ideological foundation for his regime's crimes. The shadow of Hitler's regime continues to fuel debates on historical responsibility, the ethics of totalitarianism, and the dangers of extremist ideology. Hitler's deep-seated anti-Semitic beliefs, nationalistic fervor, and megalomania drove him to pursue a vision of racial purity and world domination. His fear of weakness and obsession with power further fueled his inhumane acts. Hitler's impact on history cannot be overstated. His name has become synonymous with evil, his actions have reshaped international laws regarding war crimes and genocide, and his ideology continues to be a symbol of tyranny and hate. 2. Joseph Stalin, 1878 to 1953. Joseph Stalin, born in Gori, Georgia, was a key figure in the Bolshevik Revolution. He assumed control of the Soviet Union following Lenin's death in 1924, ruling with an iron fist until his death in 1953. Stalin's regime is known for its political repression, purges, forced collectivization, and artificial famines, like the Holodomor in Ukraine. The Great Purge alone led to the execution of hundreds of thousands, with millions more sent to gulags. Stalin's policies led to widespread fear and suffering within the Soviet Union and set the tone for Cold War tensions with the West. His leadership has left a complex legacy, with continued debates around his impact on modern Russia and global politics. Stalin's ruthlessness was fueled by a commitment to Marxism-Leninism and a desire to industrialize and strengthen the Soviet state at any cost. Stalin's role in history is still contested, with some viewing him as a necessary leader for Soviet progress, while others emphasize his brutal methods. Stalin's paranoid tendencies, desire for total control, and unyielding pursuit of a socialist utopia led him to view dissent as treachery, justifying the brutal measures he employed to suppress it. Stalin's reign left an indelible mark on the Soviet Union and modern history, symbolizing the dangers of totalitarianism and the human cost of ideological fanaticism. 3. Pol Pot, 1925 to 1998. Pol Pot, born Saloth Sar in Cambodia, led the Khmer Rouge, a radical communist movement that ruled Cambodia from 1975 to 1979. Pol Pot's regime aimed to create an agrarian socialist society, leading to one of history's most brutal genocides. Approximately 1.5 to 2 million Cambodians died due to forced labor, starvation, and execution during his rule. Pol Pot's rule devastated Cambodian society, leaving psychological and cultural scars that linger to this day. His radical policies have become a cautionary example of how extremist ideology can lead to societal collapse and human suffering. Pol Pot's radical communist beliefs led to the mass murders as part of his vision to create an agrarian socialist utopia. The full extent of the Khmer Rouge's crimes and the responsibility of various actors remain subjects of ongoing research and debate. Driven by extreme Marxist-Leninist ideology, Pol Pot's detachment from reality, combined with an unwavering belief in his vision, led him to enforce radical and inhuman policies without remorse. Pol Pot's rule remains a haunting reminder of the horrors that ideological extremism can wreak. His crimes continue to influence Cambodia's national psyche and have shaped international dialogue on human rights and justice. 4. Leopold II of Belgium, 1835 to 1909. King Leopold II of Belgium, ruling from 1865 to 1909, established the Congo Free State as his private colony. Leopold's rule in Congo was marked by a brutal exploitation of the local population, particularly in rubber production. Through forced labor, brutal punishments, and disease, an estimated 10 to 15 million Congolese lost their lives. Leopold's exploitation of the Congo set a dark precedent for colonial exploitation and remains a painful chapter in African history. His reign fueled debates about colonialism's ethical implications, contributing to the larger conversation around human rights and international law. Leopold's actions were motivated by imperialist ambitions and a relentless pursuit of personal wealth and glory. The handling of Leopold's legacy, particularly in Belgium, continues to be a point of contention, sparking debates on colonial memory and historical reconciliation. Leopold's obsession with wealth and international prestige, along with his complete disregard for the welfare of the Congolese people, allowed him to rationalize and perpetuate this exploitation. Leopold's reign in the Congo stands as a grim testament to the darkest aspects of colonialism. His actions have left a lasting impact on Congo and continue to be a subject of study and debate. Oh, motherfucker. 5. Mao Zedong, 1893 to 1976. Mao Zedong, commonly known as Chairman Mao, was the founding father of the People's Republic of China. He ruled as the chairman of the Communist Party from its establishment in 1949 until his death in 1976. Mao's policies and political purges during the Great Leap Forward, 1958 to 1962, and the Cultural Revolution, 1966 to 1976, led to a human tragedy on an immense scale. The Great Leap Forward aimed to rapidly transform China from an agrarian society into a socialist one, but resulted in the most devastating famine in human history, causing an estimated 15 to 45 million deaths. The Cultural Revolution was initiated to preserve communist ideology and maintain Mao's control. It led to widespread persecution, suffering, and death, with estimates ranging from hundreds of thousands to 2 million deaths. Intellectuals, artists, and those perceived as class enemies were publicly humiliated, tortured, or killed. Mao's leadership was marked by a relentless pursuit of power and a belief in continuous revolution. He saw himself as the embodiment of the people's will and was willing to use any means to achieve his ideological and political goals. His disregard for individual lives in the pursuit of broader societal transformation illustrates a chilling aspect of utopian thinking. Mao's impact on China is profound and continues to be felt today. While he is credited with unifying China and laying the foundation for its modernization, his policies also resulted in immense human suffering and loss of life. The scars of the Cultural Revolution linger in Chinese society, and his legacy remains a sensitive and debated subject in China and beyond. Mao's policies transformed Chinese society, but at an immense human cost. His actions set the stage for China's emergence on the world stage, while simultaneously creating lasting social and cultural trauma. His legacy remains a complex and sensitive issue both within China and globally. Mao's policies were rooted in his vision of a communist society, guided by his interpretations of Marxist-Leninist principles. Mao's legacy remains a complex issue, with differing opinions on his motivations, the effectiveness of his policies, and the historical assessment of his rule.